is the 2019 Genesis G70. It is Genesis' first take on the luxury performance sports car segment. It is currently covered by the likes of Audi A4, the Mercedes C-Class, the BMW 3 Series, the Infiniti Q50, the Cadillac ATS, just to name a few vehicles. It's a tough segment, but this car has made Motor Trend's Car of the Year for 2019. Last year, that was the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Now, we featured that car on our show, and we know how stimulating, how fun, how connected the drive is. For this car to make that list for 2019, it must be good. I thank you for joining me. My name is Elton Felix. Today's car was provided by Genesis AJAX. For service without compromise, do contact Jerome, the experience manager, at 1-855-443-6374. I think a perfect vehicle requires a few characteristics. It must be beautiful to the eyes. And for this Genesis, I think they have nailed the design quite well. It has an aggressive yet elegant look from the front. From the sides, the lines that flows towards the back give it character. The greenhouse is perfectly done to create a flowing line that flows from the front towards the back. It must have enough performance to stimulate the emotions inside. When you step inside the vehicle, you must have that elegance, that pristine interior to make you feel comfortable and impress you. This Genesis G70, I think, has all of that. In this interior, they've given you some amazing seats that just seem to hug you perfectly. In the front of us, they've equipped this Genesis with their 3.3 liter turbocharged 6-cylinder. There is an available 2-liter turbocharged, but personally for me, I think this is the way to go. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic, just like its competitors, the BMW 3 Series. The Mercedes now has 9 gears to play with. Everywhere you touch, they've given you soft touch materials. In the center, you've got a touch screen. It has come down from its parent company, Hyundai, but it's a system that works very well. When you look into the instrument cluster, you can see some elements of Audi. On the seats, they've given you diamond quilted seats to sit on. Again, there's something that Hyundai has always been doing, and they've tried to take the best from the automotive industry and to create their own. Like with every other automaker before it, they've given you these intelligent driving modes that you can customize the way you would like. You've got Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Custom, all of which changes the characteristics of the car. Now, when you switch it into Sports mode, you get a soft, gentle hug that is placed upon you from the seats. It tightens down and it just says, hey, I know you're about to do something. Let me hold you a little closer so you get that security from me, the Genesis G70. This V6 up front is potent enough with 365 horsepower and 376 foot-pounds of torque. That torque comes in at 1,300 RPMs. It seems to have an eagerness to it. Just like BMW, they are piping some of that sound into the cabin to make you feel like you're in a sports car. The steering wheel is definitely tighter, and it feels as though with every move, it reacts so well. You have a vehicle that is just absolutely ready to do what you ask of it. How good is it? Let's find out. Oh yes, now you get a sweet sound coming back into the cabin, and I have to tell you, be mindful because this G70 is a rocket ship. This car is equipped with the AJAX all-wheel drive from Hyundai that puts more power towards the back. That leap that takes place when you hit that gas from zero, it just transfers to the back wheels, and most of that power from its all-wheel drive system is going to the back. It is capable of putting up to 50% of its power to the front wheels, but that is only when things start to slip. This car is so eager. I love how the seats hold you now, because here's where you need it. Now the brakes are definitely so good on this car. Now we featured the BMW 330, and that I can say was something that's missing. The bite is immediate, and I feel so much more connected to this car. The thrust is so amazing. The gear shifts are quick, and the steering wheel, you feel a sense of connection to it. It is absolutely so good, and wow, it definitely feels better than the BMW already. I feel like I'm driving the Alfa Romeo once again because it offers you a sense of connection that seems to be lost from the BMW. You know, there was one thing that made BMW great. They give you a driver's car, but I think they've lost that, and it might be the reason why Albert Beeman has left BMW for Hyundai, because they seem to be building cars that does not trigger the emotions, doesn't get you doesn't get you smiling. I can definitely see why Motor Trend has chosen this G70 to be Car of the Year for 2019. You see, this car ignites the emotion so much that you feel as though when you step out of it, it's a car that you want to look back at because it made you feel so good. Oh, wow, this G70 is simply phenomenal to drive. It has done enough for me that I am able to say that Motor Trend have made a right decision. You can get into a G70 starting at $42,000. For this 3.3 V6, you can get into that at $56,000. It will offer you 9.3 liters for every 100K on the highway and 13.3 in the city. Now the G70 isn't perfect, but where driving is concerned, it has you covered. This Genesis G70 shares the same wheelbase as the BMW 3 Series at 112 inches. But the BMW makes better space because in the back you're a little bit cramped. Now when it comes to cargo capacity as well, it has not done so well because it only offers you 10 cubic feet of space compared to 16.9 in the 3 Series. But if you can look past that, the Genesis is the way to go. I'm a BMW guy and I'm telling you so. It is that good that I would buy one. The 2019 Genesis G70. My name is Elton Felix, guys, and I appreciate you for taking the time to spend it with me today. Have yourself a fantastic day.